are you guys doing? Hope you're doing pretty well. I don't know what the moon is doing. This is like the millionth time I've done this week. I usually check first, but hold on a second. Alright, so the moon is in Leo at 18.2% illumination. We're getting into that quarter moon energy, which will be in Virgo tomorrow night. And you know, this is just kind of like, I feel we're going to feel more of that transition from like the super fast, fiery, you know, energy into like the more stable and grounded Virgo energy. So let's see how this, oh yeah, I forgot I hurt myself. Oops. So I'm gonna shuffle it all weird. Sorry. But yeah, so let's see. Like, how do I do this? How do I do this normal? You shuffle without thumbs. Oop. Yeah, I'm bad at this. Okay, hold on. Yes, I will get this sorted out. Hold up. Loop, loop, loop. Okay, we got this. Magic. So yeah, let's see. Kinda, what this Leo to Virgo energy is gonna really, how it's gonna impact you in your life, you know? The way the planets move into our zodiac, like, I feel like, you know, brings us back to certain energies that we have to, we're like seasons, you know, we go through our own seasons, and it's kind of the same with like the planetary cycles, you know, we're affected by all of it. So we have air element. For zodiac signs, I'd say Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, typically go into, or are more in the air, they're air signs. I know what I'm saying, okay? Anyway, yeah, so, sorry, my head's not screwed on right today. So, yeah, with the air element, this is very pensive energy, kind of head in the clouds energy. This is like really, really thoughtful energy. Like, so let's see kind of what's on your mind. It could be overthinking, it could be, you know, daydreaming, visualization, manifesting, focusing on like business stuff, like, you know, just sorting things out in general. So yeah, let's see. Okay. We have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. Not saying that there's specifically a Pisces in your life, just saying that's the energy of the card. With Two of Wands in reverse and Princess of Cups. A lot of Divine Feminine energy showing up. With the High Priestess, this is like really, you know, following your intuition. Perhaps in your recent past, you really, sorry, I gotta fix myself. In your recent past, it looks like, you know, you had to really follow your intuition on something. With the Two of Wands in reverse, this is the energy of like not really sitting on a crossroads about something. This is like making a decision rather quickly, because Wands is very fast energy. It's kind of like, and I feel, you know, with the High Priestess, like it's very divinely guided. It's not like you're just kind of going into something blindly. Princess of Cups, somebody could have extended a love offer, or could be extending a love offer. But it looks like It looks like you made a decision rather quickly, perhaps even before the offer, that this was like a path that you wanted to take. So let's see. Now we have the moon in reverse. Could be Piscean energy or have Pisces in your chart somewhere. The moon represents, like things kind of hidden or secretive, coming to light or whatever. With the moon in reverse, I feel this energy that there's not like anything really being hidden, or there's nothing that needs to come to light. And this with the Wheel of Fortune showing up, I also see this energy that that maybe even in the energy of living out your truth, like it's bringing about positive outcomes for you. Because we have the Prince of Pentacles, this is masculine energy kind of showing up and making an offer. So I definitely feel like, like you had already made up your mind on something before the offer even came up. And this offer is something that you clearly wanted. With the Empress showing up and Seven of Cups, the Empress is definitely somebody who lives their truth. This is a divine mother kind of energy. This is somebody whose love is their shield, their strength. This is somebody who really embodies like that goddess energy, whether they're male, female, or whatever. I guess I should say god or goddess, but they're strong leaders, right? With the Seven of Cups, it looks like there's a lot of romantic options, right? And perhaps, and every offer had something of its own to offer, right? Like something, but I see kind of like just one path highlighted here, just kind of like, being very decisive. Like, it reminds me of that song, You Instead by The Make, where he's like, I don't want that, I want you instead. It's like, it's that kind of energy. So, also, like, with the Empress and the Seven of Cups, you could be somebody who's kind of in the public eye. Because I see that, like, people are, like, looking at you like this, like, multiple people. We have the Princess of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I see the energy of you rejecting things. Mostly because this is like that feminine energy, and I'm feeling that. I mean, you know who you are in this story, so like, put yourself where you belong. But it kind of like, it looks like you were in the energy of like letting shit go. Like, like if somebody's not showing up in a way that how do I put that? Basically, a lot of people are feeling rejected, right? People might even, be mourning that a bit, missed opportunity or da-da-da. But the truth of the matter is you were never really an opportunity for them. Like, they may have thought, but ultimately, like, you were very decisive and you knew exactly what you wanted, and you knew how you wanted to go about that, right? And it's like manifesting, you manifested exactly what it was that you were looking for. King of Pentacles in reverse. Now I'm seeing multiple people here kind of feeling a bit rejected. Kind of in their feelings about it, having to let go. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. 8 is a really positive sign because 8s really represent mastery, right? And if we're thinking to the power of 2, the number 2 represents unity and partnerships, and so you could be mastering kind of that energy. Also, like, Eight of Pentacles is like hard work, effort, willing to put the work in for something, right? And Eight of Wands is like the more that you invest, in this, like the quicker things are being manifested for you. Eight of Wands also is like the minor arcana Chariot, so it's like the energy of like really getting a move on your path, really like not accepting anything that is out of alignment with, the direction that you're choosing. Yeah, so we have the Tower with the Ace of Wands, and that's kind of like saying, as you start this passionate new beginning with the Ace of Wands, like, this is also a tower in a way. Like, I would say it feels very positive that they came out together like this, because, like, something has to crumble, or, some aspects of life have to come apart in order to start something new. And this could be like social habits, like if you're going out a lot and building a lot of friendships or whatever, like you could be becoming more reclusive, or like choosing, things that more advance you on your path. And it's like the things that need to fall away at this time are falling away at this time. We have the Strength in reverse, the Nine of Wands, and the Sun card. Could have a very disappointed and hurt Leo, because that's all Leo energy right there. It's almost too prominent to like ignore that, because we have both Leo cards, and the Nine of Wands is a fire card, and Leo is a fire sign. So I see a very disappointed Leo here. With Strength in reverse, it's kind of like feeling weak or vulnerable. Nine of Wands is like the wounded warrior, like kind of feeling like victimized by this in some way, or kind of like making it about them in some way. Even if it's not, even if it's not about them. But it's kind of like, yeah, somebody's like kind of not super stoked about it. Somebody's feeling hurt by it. But with the Ace of Wands and the Sun card showing up, I see like inevitably things are working out in your favor because of it. Like you're choosing things that make you happy. The more you choose things that make you happy, the happier you'll be. The less you choose things that are out of alignment with that, the happier you'll be. Yeah, I had to think of how I worded that for a second. I don't know, man. It's like people are going to be upset because of this decision that you're making. With the Seven of Cups, people are looking at you like you were an option. And you're like, I actually wasn't, dog. And so I see kind of this energy of like them walking away with their tail tucked a bit, just kind of like, oh, woe is me, like, because your happiness is their suffering. And if that's the mindset that they're in, then they don't have actual love for you, right? Because like people who genuinely love you want you to be happy with or without them, And so these people acting all personally victimized by your happiness and your moving in the right direction, those are people who should kind of fall away anyway. You know? Those are people who really don't fucking belong, because like your happiness should be something that they are happy about, or that they support, that they're, you know, they're about that shit. If they're not happy for you, they're not your people. Even if they have feelings for you, you got to check your intentions on that too, because you can love somebody, but you are not entitled to have somebody just because you love them, right? If you love them, you show up and love them as a friend, or in whatever form you can, you know, have. But it's kind of a selfish energy. Like, this person feels entitled here, or like, entitled to your energy just because they felt a thing. And it's like, no, actually, because you did not reciprocate those feelings. Whether you made that vocal or not, they're still like, ugh, could have had a chance. No, you could not, fool. No, you could not. But yeah, with the Sun card, I see ultimately like things working out in a more favorable manner here. With the Sun showing up, it's like inevitable or imminent bliss, I like to say. It's like inevitably you're gonna feel abundant in your mind, body, and spirit. Like, there's, you know, it's fulfillment, you know, all the way through. We have Six of Wands in reverse. Yeah, people might turn their attention away from you. Or they might like kind of be like, okay, on to the next exhibition or whatever, you know, almost like you're a fucking animal in the zoo. Like, oh, can't have her, so now I'm just gonna like not even, you know, and that's another, like, if you needed any more clarification that these people didn't care, that's it. You know, they're just gonna be on their own way, on to the next shiny thing. You know, they're like, oh, missed the boat there. I wouldn't even overthink it. I wouldn't even give a fuck, actually. I wouldn't even give a fuck. Because what you're walking towards is your own personal happiness. You're clearly not an option for them. And you don't need people in your life who feel that kind of sense of like, you belong to them, even though that was never agreed upon, actually. I know. I feel like there's like a frustration with this. Maybe I'm just frustrated for you, because I'm like, man, people are stupid. Okay, they're stupid. They treat love like it's a fucking gumball machine. Like, oh, maybe if I just plug in, you know, this amount of attention, or these fucking extravagant gifts, or this whatever, then bam, sex and love are falling out of this. No. No, what you go for in regards to your love and your connections are the things that resonate within your soul. You know, the things that you genuinely want, you know. Alright, anything else? Two of Cups. With the Two of Cups, though it is minor arcana, I do see something very beautiful about this card with the caduceus in the background. You know, that's like the symbol of healing, kundalini healing and connection, right? It's like the snakes intertwining really represents like this unity that's very healing, you know, like to come together and It's just magic. And it's almost like, fuck all this other shit because there's so much happiness here, you know? Like, they're just totally in it. Totally in love. Totally, totally good. I like this. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this is saying you don't have to do it alone, right? Nine of Pentacles in the upright is all about having to do things on your own. It's, you know, so with that in reverse, it's kind of like saying, like, you don't have to do things on your own anymore, right? With the Hanged Man in reverse, I see delays and obstacles being removed from your life. So anybody who tried to, like, step in the way of, you know, whatever growth you're going towards at this time. With the Four of Swords, this is a card of rest and relaxation, taking time for yourself, right? Recuperating. You could even be in the state of just, like, taking time for some solitude, so that you don't have to be so worried about that, you know? And doing so, I feel like also takes you out of this spotlight, right? So people can go and get obsessed with the next big thing while you're kind of, like, focused on, you know, having the life that feels the most abundant to you, right? Having the life that actually, like, fuels your fire, you know? So, take it and go. You know, it's like, people are gonna feel however they're gonna feel, you know? We can't change the way other people feel. We can only, act accordingly with their, you know, with how they behave and how they present themselves in times like this. This is like, you know, it's time to just act accordingly, you know, like, if people need to be cut off, people need to be cut off. People are gonna act all petty and like, I'm personally a victim because you're being happy right now, then fuck those guys or girls or theys or thems or whatever. So, you know, it's like, whatever. Whoever cannot be happy for you, whoever does not support you moving in a good direction, a direction of growth, fuck them. They don't belong there. They don't belong in your life. These are people who just want, they're energy vampires, you know? They just want to drain you dry of what you got because they don't love you out of appreciation and admiration. They love you based on what they can get out of you, right? If they can't get anything out of you, then bam, they're gone. Goodbye. There's the motherfucking door, you know? So, we have Nitya Kali. Through journeying within, you will gain energy, insight, and freedom from the constraints of what has been. Allow that which needs to end to do so, like I said. You shall realize that you are not being denied, but released from energy vampires. There is something new on the horizon for you. Honor your losses, but keep hope in your heart for what is meant to be. Bam. You know, and I feel like that's exactly the energy that you're moving towards. You know, it does require, like, this tower moment, you know, friendships coming to an end, probably, more than likely. Admirers kind of fading off, but who the fuck needs admirers when you have love, you know? So, there you go. That's what I got for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.